I hit $10,000 per month at 19. In this video, I want to share with you the cycle I entered from the beginning to go from someone that was insecure, stressed, fearing failure, anxious, not believing in myself, not knowing what to do, to someone that was actually making progress every single day, waking up with conviction, working on my business with conviction, not getting distracted. I felt like with this cycle that I'm going to share with you in this video, I was able to develop this unconscious certainty that I could do everything in my life so well without even thinking. I no longer had this overthinking voice in my head that was constantly telling me, you can't do that, Monet. You're not worthy of that, Monet. You're going to suck at that, Monet. You're going to fail at that, Monet. What if that goes wrong, Monet? What are you going to do? And I stopped asking my friends and my family questions all the time of what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? If you're someone like that right now, where you're outsourcing your decisions to other people in your life, this is the first step you need to make to start making progress in your own life, whether it's your health, your business, your mental health. Taking responsibility for your own decisions and developing confidence in yourself comes first before the ultimate results and goals. A lot of you guys think that confidence is a trait or confidence is something you get after you show yourself evidence. And that's only 50% of the equation. Confidence is not just evidence, it's also your initial belief. And the best way I can explain this to you is like, do you remember when you were first learning how to ride your bike? The very first day, did you know how to ride your bike when you first started? No, you rode your bike and you fell down. But you had a belief in yourself that you could do it. That's what confidence is. It's that self belief that you can do the thing so well without even thinking. But the initial belief is also so important to the equation of confidence. Because without that belief, you will never try anything new, or you will give up when you try something else. You'll start something again. You'll experience some failure, a setback, a mistake, and then you'll quit again. And then you'll blame it on so many different things, like that path wasn't for me, doesn't align with my personality. But how can you actually make progress on things if you try something and you quit it? You try something, you quit it. You outsource all your answers to other people. You ask other people what to do in your life. What major should I go to? What should I do in my business next month? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I focus on this project or this project? You need to have conviction in yourself, bro. And if you don't, that's what's the limiting bottleneck here, is that every day you're waking up with hesitation. You're working with hesitation and you do your worst work in hesitation. And that is the first step in the success cycle you need to understand. Your thoughts impact your emotions, your emotional state. What do I mean by that? If I wake up and I'm feeling lazy, that feeling lazy first stems from the thought that you can't even notice right now because you don't have a meditative practice. But I'm telling you, that feeling of laziness first starts with the thought of, I don't really feel like waking up right now. Let's just chill. Mana, let's just chill. Come on. It's school hasn't even started yet. School starts in a week. There's not much work to do right now. You can just chill, bro. Just chill, relax. Nothing's going on in your life right now to stress over. You have everything you need. You just moved into a nice brand new apartment and you have an amazing bed and a workstation and you'll get to work soon. You don't need to work right now, Mon. Just relax. That's the mental talk that leads you to an emotional state of I'm lazy. And then that laziness, that feeling of laziness actually impacts your physical state. Your body will literally become less energized physically. You'll have less blood flow in your body, all because of that initial thought your brain was telling yourself of, I'm feeling lazy right now. And then you have an emotional state of that feeling of feeling lazy. You feel it in your chest, you feel it in your head. And then physically, you have less blood flow. Your peripheral vision is more closed, so you can't see things. This is literally, there's science behind this, bro. And then now, once we have that physical state, you just completed the self fulfilling prophecy of actually being lazy. You see, a state of an outcome is always preceded by your thoughts, your emotions, and then your physical state. If we can just rewire it, meaning that if we can just flip the self fulfilling prophecy of you right now, because right now you're in a self fulfilling prophecy of being lazy, inconsistent, not working towards your goals, being okay with mediocrity. Is that a word? Being mediocre. Right now you're okay with that. And you're completing that self-fulfilling prophecy. And if you're okay with being average in your domain and field, if you're not trying to achieve something big, if you're not trying to get better at something, not for your selfish desires, just like You know in this life there's more than just the comforts of the modern world. You know there's more to life than just getting a 9 to 5, making 100 to 200K a year at a consulting or software engineering job, and then watching TV every night and dying. If you're okay with that life, this video is not for you. I'm talking to the people that want to build something in this world, that want to progress in their health, their mental health, and their relationships and their business. And that you have something in fire inside of you that's a fire that's sparking you to be something bigger. If you're that type of person, this video is for you. And it starts with your thoughts. It starts with the constructive thoughts you tell yourself. Because right now, your brain is saying thoughts that you don't even notice, like I said, but that are negative or not constructive. And let me give you some specific examples of that I experienced when I took my gap semester. The first one was, what are my friends going to think of me? That was the first thing I told myself. What are the friends that I left behind going to think of me for leaving them? I have no more friends now. So that's what my brain was telling me. Why did you do this, Mon? You have no friends now. You're taking a gap semester, you're alone now. So I would tell myself thoughts like, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone. And then that self fulfilling prophecy started where I was feeling so alone. And then I was actually alone and I couldn't take any action to not make new friends. And then also in business, let's say I had to send out emails to get on my first sales call to close a client on my service, right? This was actually what happened. In the beginning of that, I had thoughts of what if this email doesn't book a call? And then I would write emails in that state. And then lo and behold, I wrote emails that didn't book a call because I didn't even have the initial belief that I could do it. Like that bicycle example, I couldn't even visualize myself getting a call booked. Just how you can't visualize yourself getting a sale or building an incredible business. You don't need to think something huge, but you can't even visualize yourself doing the baby step. How are you going to do it? You need to first cultivate that belief. And social media and Instagram and your friends and LinkedIn are all constraints to your mind, making you believe you can't do the thing because you're seeing everyone else's success and wins. And again, other people's wins are not your loss. But if you're constantly looking at what everyone else is doing and the highlight reel of everyone else and not the process everyone has to go through and all not the suck that everyone has to go through, you won't even believe that you can do the baby step. And that's the first fix, which is getting rid of social media. Stop looking at LinkedIn. Right now, open up your friend. And I know the majority of you are not even going to do this. And the longer you procrastinate this action, the harder it's going to be to actually start making progress again. But your first action step, bro, is open up Instagram right now on your phone and delete the app. You don't need to delete your account. I actually did that one time. I have an Instagram account, but I don't open it or I don't check it because I know it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve my mental filter. Your mental filter is the way you perceive the world, and every action that comes your way or every event you see or everything you do or every event in your life, how do you see it? And I'm telling you, if you're looking at Instagram all the time and you're looking at LinkedIn all the time, you start to visually and mentally see your opportunities as worse, as you can't do it, or how am I going to do it, or I'm not clear. You want the fix to your clarity issue, you don't know what to do, get rid of social media and have a journal and write down what do you want to do right now? What do you want to do today? Genuinely, what do you want to do today? Do you want to exercise today? What type of exercise do you want to do today? I want to go hit the gym. I'm going to smash some shoulders after I record this video, and I'm going to hang out with my girlfriend after as well. That's what I want to do today. I want to make a video for younger Monet to help him. I want to progress in my learning in robotics and computer science as well. So I printed out my notes that I'm going to study this week. I want to record videos like this to make progress on my business. I know what I want because I'm not looking at everyone else's life. And that gives me conviction, bro, that I can do what I want without all this brain fog where I'm looking at everyone else. Alex Hormozi just launched his book. It's great, bro. It's great value. But if you're obsessed with his goals and his path and everyone else's path and LinkedIn and all that, you don't believe that you can take the first baby step. You can't even see the first baby step because you're so afraid that you're not going to be successful in it. And that fear of success is turning into a self-fulfilling prophecy where you don't succeed, where you don't do well on your exams and your midterm because you tell yourself, "Oh, this class is hard." Those even thoughts like that don't serve you. Replace it with I can do something amazing here. I can do well in this class. It is possible for me to do well in this class. And I know these thoughts sound very fundamental and naive, but they are the fundamental in it of self of success. It starts with the belief and the thoughts. I keep bringing this up because it's so important, bro. So when I went, let's go back to the email example. When I went from, I don't know what to write in this email. I don't know if this email is going to be successful. This email probably won't book a call. When I went from that, I got no responses or people saying, no, stop responding to me. F you. I don't want your help. I went from those responses to when I started reading this book called The Confident Mind that showed me what I'm telling you in this video, but I'm giving you the no BS advice here. When I went from that to I can write emails that convert. I know it's possible. I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to keep writing and I'm not going to stop until I figure it out. And I know I can see Mon writing emails right now that are converting and booking calls. I can see it. I can visually see me doing that end outcome. I can see the Gmail calendar invite. Someone's booked a call. I can see the person's name. Let's call her Sarah. I can see their Gmail. I can see the Zoom, and I can see me pressing the link and me showing up on a call. I know that's going to be a reality in a couple of months or weeks. And lo and behold, I started entering the self-fulfilling prophecy where that thought allowed me to go into an emotional state of excitement, eagerness, optimism, which allowed me to have opened up peripheral vision, more blood flow, more creative ideas of what type of emails to write, more ideas of what to search up on YouTube to get advice and help from other people that have been successful in this. And I entered this state where it ended up becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I wrote emails that booked my first call, bro. Within literally days of having that experience, I booked a call. And then I applied the same thing to sales. I had never done sales before, but I visualized what would it look like to have a successful sales call. You don't know? Go on YouTube, look at a successful sales call, watch that, and then visualize yourself doing it. And now you have the belief. Now it's just a matter of repetition and iterations and figuring out what did you do well on a sales call? What did you do wrong? What are you going to improve next time? But also that belief that you're going to figure it out. You're going to have a sales call that ends up being a win and you get a close. And lo and behold, a couple days later, September 28th, I got my first invoice for $400 and a 1,500 month contract retainer for 3 months. And then I visualized myself doing the ads well. And guess what? My first 3 ad campaigns for my clients, guess how they did? Terribly. They did bad, but I had the belief. And 2 ad campaigns later, I got my client a 60x return on their ad spend. What does that mean? They gave me $1,000. I made them $60,000 in a month. I booked them out for the whole summer for their service. They had to hire more employees, more nurse practitioners for their business. And the reason I don't go too in depth on the tactics on this channel and what was my headline is because that stuff comes when you have the belief. What to do, clarity on what to do, that all comes when you have belief and you can visualize you doing the thing and winning in the thing and focusing on your baby step right now and believing you can do it. So what are you procrastinating right now? What do you have self-doubt in right now? Is it something in your fitness? You don't like the way you look? Is it something in your business? You don't like the way that you're not taking action, that you keep starting things and you're not making progress? You haven't done that one task that you need to do. You haven't sent that email, you haven't uploaded that video, whatever it is. You haven't read that note in your class, that discrete mathematic note, whatever it is. You know what you lack conviction is. You know the skill you don't have, self-belief in that you can figure out. I want you to flip the script and see how your life unfolds, because the reason you're not making progress in that thing, the reason why you feel stuck is because you say you feel stuck. You say you can't do it. You say I don't know what to do. You say this is hard. Flip it to I can do something great here. I'm going to figure it out. We can do something great here. Let's do it. And make it specific to the thing too. So if you're writing an email, tell yourself this email is going to convert. And even if it doesn't, at least you have the belief. And when it doesn't convert, you tell yourself, all good, I'm going to learn from that mistake and the next one's going to convert. And that's the shooter's mentality as well. That's the mentality Stephen Curry has when he misses 23s and three-pointers in a row. That 21st three-pointer, he tells himself it's going in. Because I missed 20 in a row, it's going in. That's another concept about having a confident mind that allowed me to hit 10K per month. You need to start rationalizing your mistakes. So every time I would start having emails that wouldn't convert, or a sales call that wouldn't convert, or an ad campaign that didn't do well, I would tell myself, I would rationalize it. Oh, it's because of that specific situation. I'm going to figure it out on this next one. And you couldn't stop me, bro. That's the thing I'm trying to give to you in this video. I'm trying to make you unstoppable. I'm trying to give you that thing where even if you fail a bunch of times, no one can stop you. No one can make you quit. No one can take you down. Not even your own brain. Not any enemy. Not anything in your life can stop you because you have the confident mind to do so. You have the self belief. You have the habits in place. And there's a lot of habits to this that I learned on my journey. And if you want all the tools I use, click the link below to build insane conviction and belief in yourself and clarity on what to do. This is the system I wish someone gave me when I started. I ended up having to learn it through the confident mind, but then also apply it to business because that book was way more geared towards athletes. But once I started practicing, building my confidence every day, fixing my thinking habits, entering the success cycle, which is where your thoughts are constructive, you have positive emotions, you have a positive physical state, you perform better, you get your achievement, and then the cycle repeats because now you have even more constructive positive thoughts on your win, on that sales call you closed, on that YouTube video that did well. And even if something doesn't go well, you have this chill composure that humans are imperfect and that you're going to figure out the next one and you don't quit. No one can stop you. That's how you achieve anything. It's by entering the success cycle. And 24/7 you're in a cycle. It's either that success cycle or that failure sewer cycle where you have negative thoughts that lead to negative emotions, that lead to a negative physical state, that lead to negative and failing outcomes. And then it repeats. You have even worse thoughts on those that failing outcomes. Let me give you a practical example of this to really drill it in. Let's say you start a semester and you tell yourself, this class is going to be so hard. Then you feel hesitant going and talking to the professor after the lecture because you're like, this class is hard. I don't even know what to do. You work on your homework assignment and the first hard problem comes up and you struggle a little bit. You say, this is so hard. You have a negative state now. You're in a place of complaining, fear, hesitation. You do bad on that first homework assignment. That's the negative outcome. And then you have even worse negative thoughts. Oh, this class is not made for me. I'm not made for engineering. I'm not made for discrete mathematics. I'm not good at this. And then you have even worse performance on the next one. Then you do bad on the midterm. That's one example of an extreme case of being in the sewer cycle. But a lot of you guys are smart and ambitious. So there's another perspective on that failure cycle. There's another version that you're probably in, which is where you have a success. You do well on that first exam, but then you do bad on the first midterm. What do you tell yourself? Shoot, man, how could I mess that up? Why did I mess that up? Why is everyone else doing so well on this? Why is that my one friend, he studies less and he's more cracked? Maybe I'm just not made for this. You're in the sewer cycle. All those thoughts, you're in the sewer cycle because now you're more hesitant. You enter the next thing. Oh, I need to do well on this. You're in this state of fear and hesitation. You're not in this open flow state, and you do worse. And then you have even worse thoughts, and that's how you end up getting the B plus or the B in your exam. This applies to everything, bro. Any field, you name it. If you're in the success cycle, you will make faster progress. You will achieve more breakthroughs, and more above everything else, you will be unstoppable. The only constraint on you now is iterations. You know you're going to succeed. It's just a matter of which iteration is it going to be. Is it going to be my first video or my 100th video? I don't really care. All I know is I'm in it and I'm here to win and I'm unstoppable and nobody can stop me. And I don't really care if it takes me 100 videos or 10 videos because I know this is my path and I have conviction that this is my path and no one can tell me otherwise. And I just want to warn you, please use this for good. If you have bad intentions, if you don't want to help people, if you just want to make money and you want to scam people and you want to be sleazy, don't use this. It does work. It's probably going to work for you. I know it will work for you, but I just pray that the person I'm telling this to, the person I'm giving this sauce to, is doing it for good intentions, such as becoming a better student, becoming a better learner, becoming a better entrepreneur, to give back to others more and to ultimately improve themselves so they can be a person that can be trustworthy and credible to improve other people. So I can't wait to see you win, my guy. Again, click the first link in the description of this video if you want my complete system. If not, no worries. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna keep giving gems like this, and I genuinely can't wait to see you win. I can't wait for you to conquer your goals and achieve anything you want. Peace out.